Okay. My name's Walter Yearwood, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about my story growing up. Growing up in high school, I had a lot of dreams, just like I'm sure most of you did. I played all three sports and had a goal set for each sport so that maybe I could go on and play after high school. And I was a pretty average student, made B's and C's most of the time, and found myself just comfortable just fitting in. Had a great family growing up, had a lot of friends, went to church, was saved around the age of 11, and at that point I pretty much believed that all the hard stuff was over with. So I was not aware of the changes that were fixing to take place in my life that would cause me to have an identity crisis, and that would be the main focus I want to talk about here. It wasn't long after I was saved that my parents split, and they were getting a divorce. I had an older brother, and this meant that me and him would be staying together, and we'd just split the time between the two parents. And like I said, he was older than me, so I got to hang out with the older crowd a lot of times. I started making some real bad decisions. Started smoking around the age of 14 and drinking at 15. The goals I'd set at one part in my life didn't seem to matter as much. A lot of things I grew up saying I wouldn't never do, I found myself doing. And if you would ask me at that time who I was, who are you, I would have probably said I really don't know, if I was being truthful. I didn't treat older folks that were in authority over me, like my teachers and my parents, with respect. I was making a lot of mistakes, and the mistakes I was making, I wasn't trying to learn from those mistakes. So at that time, I believe rebellion had set in just from the identity I had taken from that point. And I was telling a lot of lies. The lies that I was telling, I believed, and would just try to remember which lie I told last so I wouldn't get caught in the game that I was playing. This life that I was now living had many consequences to come. I was already smoking and drinking, and the first time I tried drugs, it didn't really bother me. Never really got hooked to anything until I tried meth. I tried meth at the age of 19. I was just riding down the road with some friends, and they put a little bit on the end of a key, and I did it, and I stayed up for the next 3 days. And I always made sure I had some more when I was coming down off the drug. And that drug pretty much took a hold of my life, and for the next 10 to 11 years, it was like living a bad dream. The people I went to school with had now finished college and were now living out their dreams. And me, I had no idea what was going on. What started out as just a little bit of powder on the end of a key had now turned into 3.5 grams a week. And I was very unhealthy, and I was living a double life. And my main concern was just trying to get away with it so no one would find out what I was doing. Until about 7 years, a little over 7 years ago, I got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. I had a family, had been blessed with a wonderful wife and 2 kids, and everything that I'd been blessed with and the people that loved me, I was just taking advantage of. So I had taken over the identity of a meth addict, and up until that point, I had not reached out for help. And at that point, I reached out for help and went on to a treatment facility for a year and found out who I was in Christ, and realized that the identity I had taken up to that point was a lie from the devil, and I had tried to fill the hole in my soul, spirit, with drugs, and that was actually supposed to be filled with God. I never had realized that it was a relationship with God, that what I really needed to seek instead of just a list of things to do. So it was a lot of misunderstanding and a mistaken false identity crisis on my part. And I thank God that He came into my life and totally delivered me of that drug. And now I've had the chance to go around to a lot of high schools and speak about this story of mine. And I'm very thankful that I've been able to help others maybe see that there is hope after this drug. Thank you for your time and your attention.